At half-time was that Paul Lefebvre ordered everyone out of the rooms. He wouldn't let any spectators into the rooms, and a good decision because it allows the players to keep concentrating on. Was rather controversial, though, when the door got slammed in front of Judge Hart's face. Contempt in the face of the court, but nevertheless. Paul emphasised to his players that for the number of possessions they had in that last quarter, they should have converted a bit more, and that they must keep their minds on the job for this half, make maximum use of all the opportunities that they have for possession, and really, really ram it up this St. Kevins mob, who've got an enormous number of supporters here. And the words he used was that they have embarrassed themselves. They were the words Lefebvre used in describing the St. Kevins performance in the first half. He said that they had embarrassed themselves. Well, let's see what happens in this last half. Matty Freeman's got an injury to his shoulder, but apart from that, no other of the Xavs players are injured. They're very cool. They were very calculating and very cool in the change rooms. No one was yelling their head off. They were just all thinking about the task to hand. The bounce of the ball is all set to go for the second half in this enthralling grand final, where Old Xavs are 7-5 in front at half-time. Big knock once again from Richard Hart. Got caught by the St. Kevins player. Gibbo's there. Hits the turf again. St. Kevins over the ball. A crowd and pack of players, and the umpire blows his whistle and says, "Give it to me, I'll have a bounce." Bounce the ball. Toos is there. Knocks it forward to Gibbo. Gibbo's there. Knocks hand pass forward to Toos again. Steadies. Looks for Heafy. Heafy leads. Kick to Bernard. Over. Ball hits the ground. Collected beautifully. Banana kick. What's he done with it? 1 point. Good opening burst from Xavs once again. Okay, the umpire waves the flag. No, he can't kick the ball out if you haven't waved the flag, fellow. One of the rules of football. Okay, take the ball back to the full back to be kicked out again. As the ground is enshrouded in a bit more darkness at the moment, and a bit of rain starting to come down, but the wind's dropped. Okay, the fullback kicks the ball out to the commentary side of the ground. Over the pack of players. St. Kevins have got the run here. Looks further down the ground. Mick Colopy's got the ball in front of him. But Crowey's pushed him out. Intelligent, experienced play there. Onto the left foot. No, onto the right foot. Looks for a player. Kicks it forward. Peter Tomanovic is there. Pushing, bouncing. And St. Kevins have knocked the ball out. Knocked it on again. Steady, steady. No, off the side of the boot. Pack of players there. Mick Colopy steadies the ball, knocks and kicks it wide. Looks like it'll run out of bounds. No, ball's back in place. St. Kevins hand pass again. Porker's there. And Bloomy's there. Well played, Bloomy, playing a great game. Kicks the ball forward. That chap from St. Kevins with the one arm onto the left foot. Lovely kick over his shoulder. Oh, but a beautiful mark. A beautiful mark there to Chris Pearson. Steadies the ball down. Nice long raking drop punt. Richard Hart's there, bit of a shove, bit of a push, but St. Kevins takes the mark. About 55 metres out on about a 45-degree angle. Looks for the leading player. Up they go. Ball hits the turf. Hand pass by Toos. No, that wasn't by Toos, it was by Fenno. But Quinny, over to you.
Okay, St. Kevins, bit of a snap by. He's kicked the goal. Oh, no, very unlucky, very unlucky. Good play by the SKOBs man there. Very difficult angles, kicked it from behind. Scores, 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Crocodiles 7 goals 7, 7 goals 8, 50 points. St. Kevins 2 behinds. Peter Tomanovic picking up the ball now, ready for a big raking left foot drop punt. Who's he looking for? Mick Colopy giving him the lead. This side of the ground. Mick Colopy's the man who's got to take the grab here. Gets the ball, comes down to Honan. Honan can't do anything with it. Picked up again by Mick Colopy. On to Blooming, playing a great game, Chris Bloom, for the Crocs. In comes St. Kevins. Oh, good mark. Good, courageous mark. Number 4 for St. Kevins. It's Mick Kevin. Kicks the ball up to centre half forward. Big pack develops. All got not many Xavier guys down here off the ground there by a SKOBs man. Comes through to Kevin again. Kicks the ball down. Peter Tomanovic in the van. Can't hold on to the mark. Could have possibly been part of free kick there. The umpire blows his whistle and says, "I'll have it, fellas." Forward flank position, SKOBs on attack here. Old Xavs doing well. Chris Pearson, cool, calm and collected down there. Up goes Mick Fennessy in the ruck. St. Kevins man runs around. Pulls the ball back. Jack Manley's the man. Oh, does well there, Jack. Great bit of play by Jack Manley. Last line of defence. Takes the free kick for holding the man. Kicks the ball out. Defensive side. Looking for Richard Hart from behind. Damien Honan in the van here. Gets it. Oh, should have got a free kick. Maxi Crow almost. And play on, says the umpire. Bloomy through the centre of the ground. Looking for Hones. Hones is in trouble here. Jerry Basher Grenville on the burst. He gets through the St. Kevins. A biggie has a bounce. He's going to get tackled. Gets the hand pass away. Oh, there's disappointing play there from Jerry Grenville. He should have had a kick. Xavs still a chance here. Joey McGrath lending support. Gets, ball's been run out of bounds. Umpire says, throw it in, please, boundary umpire. Half forward flank. Hones is okay. Took a hard knock there from Maxi Crow, the tough man of St. Kevins team. Anyway, the ball kicked up against Bloomy in front. Bloomy gets his hands on the ball. Honan back in the game. Oh, great bit of play. Damien Honan kicks the ball out and looking for, could have been a push in the back against Luke Silk. Umpire didn't see it. Sadler, anyway, Lukey Silk's under the, courageous mark to Luke Silk. Number 43. Didn't even know he was on before in that second quarter. Comes in for his about his third or fourth kick. Deliberate 40 metres out. He could kick this. Kicks well. Kicks well. It looks good. No, he's just off the right-hand side to the right. Oh, he's actually touched the post on the way through for one behind. Old Xaverians, 7 goals, 11, 51 points to St. Kevins, 2 behinds. The Crocs are looking good at this stage of the game. 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Kicked out by St. Kevins. Finds a man. This bloke Kevin's playing well. Oh, bucked it up there. Made the commentator look silly. Oh, coming through. Jerry Grenville. Kept the ball in play. Umpire. Harsh decision against Jerry Grenville. He did get the handball in. There's a 50-metre penalty. Disappointing decision from umpire Johnson. Anyway, get 50-metre penalty. Bring them down to the half-forward flank. Old Xavs had to pick up their men down. Here's a couple of loose players for St. Kevins. Picked up Honan's, got to get down there quickly. Mick Colopy. Look, Mick Colopy's in the front here. Oh, good mark. Couldn't take it. Got his hands to the ball. Oh, great bit of play. Chris Pearson, the back line's been rock steady. Pearson, Colopy to Manovitz. Bloomy. Oh, good mark. Silk coming into his own. Gets the hand pass over to Joe McGrath. Back to Silk. Good for the stats there. Luke, if you can get a kick in. Still playing hard. Knock the ball forward. Oh, good tackle there. Jerry Grenville. Great tackle. And umpire says, blows his whistle. I'll take it again, fellas. Centre half forward. Crocodile forward line. Oh, great bit of play. Quick with his hands. Many a young lady's told us that, Steve. Bad bounce there by the umpire. Comes straight down to St. Kevins. He gets tackled. Could have been holding the ball. Gets it out to Kevin again. Playing well for the Skobs. Mick Colby bustling for front position. Ball goes behind him. Nick Boileau doing well. Good tap onto Bloomy. Oh, Bloomy almost BOG. Playing a great game in defence. Looking up there for Joey McGrath in front. Oh, could have been a free kick to Joe. Anyway, coming in, Cam McNamara in the back. Porkers Hogan gets his kick, and we need a lucky bounce here. It comes out. Oh, Toos. Oh, no, it comes out. Oh, it was a lucky bounce. Gibbo's free, but he can't pick up the slippery ball. Gets a hand pass out to Honan. Honan's got to duck back, get the hand pass out. Good play there from St. Kevins, and I think they'll beat. No, Skobs are through. Hones has got one. He's on there in the back. Oh, St. Kevins, he's played on. He's played on. It's on behind play here, but Silky's even throwing a punch. We'll keep our eyes on the ball. Comes out to Mick Colby. Oh, could have been a free kick. Umpire's letting play go here. Not making any decisions, not making the tough decisions that grand final umpires should. Blowing the whistle, and I'll take it again, fellas. Half forward flank. St. Kevins forward line over to you, Steve, as the game's hotting up here.
It is hotting up. It is hotting up. There's a pack of players there. The ball works loose. Richard Hart's got the ball. Drops the ball. No, play on. Fenno kicks it forward. Toussaint's got the ball. Hand pass to Porker. Porker just can't quite pick it up. He's got possession of the ball now. Yes, good play, Porker. Lovely play. Kicks the ball long. Prowsey. No, over the back. Headlock, Heafy. Oh, and there it is for his third goal of the game. Oh, the Crocs are looking good here at Crocodile Park. Sensation. Headlock, Heafy. He's raised the fist high. Jogs back to the forward line in adoration. Come on, give us the walk, Heafy. Dermot Brereton. No, he won't do it. He's still a bit camera shy at this stage. He's probably waiting for the last quarter. But once he gets a sniff of that ball and the goals is anywhere near it.
We'll see the Dermy look, I'm sure, about the 20-minute mark of the last quarter. Heafy for it in great anticipation.
Heafy and handball just do not go together.
What about the fly there from Brendan Prowse?
Oh, yes. He got
the moonwalk.
Got that big frame off the ground. But the sensation of the last 5 minutes was the beautiful snap by Hones to the fellow with the tape round his head. Lovely right to the jaw. Anyway.
Left to the stomach. You missed that one, Steve.
And even Silky got in the action. Anyway, we're coming out of the centre. Left foot pass to the one-armed St. Kevins player on the wing. He's a good player, this fellow. It'd be better if he had, but anyway, he's a good player. Torpedo punt. Ball hits the ground. Jack Manley, Hones is there. He's got possession of the ball. Great play, Hones. Onto the left foot. Ball bounces. No, good mark by the St. Kevins player. Running on the camera side wing. Kicks the ball up at Bloomy once again. Sensational play from Bloomy. He's gone to play onto the right foot. Kicks it to the middle. Finds Justin Sadler. Takes the mark. Umpire pays the mark. Yes, pays the man in front.
Sadler's done very well since coming on in this third quarter.
Once again, another good move by Paul Lefebvre. Lovely long kick, pack fly, ball hits the turf. I can't quite see it looks like it's going to be a pack of players. Yes, a pack of players. The umpires said, gentlemen, dust yourself off, give me the ball and I'll have a bounce. Benny Quin had a few words to say there. What's going on?
When is Ben Quin coming on?
Yeah, he's on now. There he is, number 13.
I don't believe it. Great move by Paul Lefebvre.
The next question is, when's Millsy coming on? Kick into the middle. Richard Hart's there. Ball hits the ground. He's still got possession. Ball hits the turf again. Blooming once again. Delightful little knock on, but number 4 from St. Kevins got the ball. Hits the mud again. Richard Hart grabs the ball. Kicks it forward. Finds Heafy. Oh, headlock Heafy. Oh, he's a dangerous player around that forward line. Give him 5 metres and he'll take a mile. Anyway, can Heafy now line himself up for his 3rd goal or 4th goal?
4th goal.
For his 4th goal. And it's well within his capabilities. He certainly make the distance. The question is whether Bernard will have the accuracy. Deliberate, eyes over the ball, onto the foot, comes off the boot well. It's a good-looking kick.
Oh, fantastic kick from Bernard Heafy there.
Yes, it's another goal. Bernard raises his left fist into the air this time, taps Hones's hand, taps Prowsey's hand and says, look at me. I've kicked 4 in a grand final. I've got over the voodoo of not playing well in grand finals. But has he been in the grand final before?
I don't think he has, actually. He missed out last year when old Xavs reserves got beaten in the preliminary final after Heafy had kicked 8 goals in the first semi-final. Actually, absolutely dynamic duo down there in the forward line, Brendan Prowse and Bernard Heafy. Only with Benny Quin there, the 3rd man up there in attack. Anyway, free kick against centre square infringement, going to St. Kevins. Don't know who it was against. Oh, good strong mark there. Gibbo's playing a fine game. He's a proven finals player. Mark Gibson, after his under-19 sterling performance last year. In front there is Paul Toussaint. Out in the centre wing, long kick down, looking for, good mark, Joey McGrath. Oh, old Xavs are winning in every position on the ground at this stage of the game. Joey's even kicked the ball left foot and finds Damien Honan by himself. Probably a bit too far out to kick a goal, about 60 metres out from goal. He'll certainly have a shot. We'll wait and see. Prowsey's and Bernie in the square. I reckon Prowsey will go the fly here, or Bernie's going to give the lead. Hones goes back, takes the big torp. Who's at the back? Prowsey coming through. He gets his hands to the ball. Well sharked. No, Silky almost well sharked it there. St. Kevins cleared out to the wing position. In comes, who's that for old Xavs? Oh, Toos dominating the game now. Ball's bounced down. Bernie Heafy almost puts on a tackle, gets slung down to the ground. Free kick down there. There's a bit of a blue going on the forward line. Luke Silk throwing a few punches, but will follow the play. St. Kevins going forward here. Up from the forward flank. Good play by the SKOBs man, and ball goes out of bounds for a throw-in. Half forward flank, out of sight of the ground. Curly Allen, a very worried coach at this stage of the game.
A few fists this
quarter. Oh, there has. Luke Silk, surprisingly so. His hands are going everywhere at this stage of the game. Anyway, great tap out down by Richard Hart. Gets the ball over to Porky Hogan. Hogan on the right foot. Kicks the ball forward. Looking for Sadler. Sadler will probably do well. It comes out to St. Kevins. Big kick down from the St. Kevins man, down to the half-forward line. Jerry Grenville, rock steady in defence. That was Mark Connors has come on. Gee.
Rock steady.
Very surprising thing to say. Ben Quin and Mark Connors have come on in this 3rd quarter. Paul Lefebvre I hate to say it, but he must be feeling very confident at this stage, Stephen. Steve Moloney might be the next one on. Anyway, the ball comes down to Xavs. Picked up, St. Kevins man does well there. Gets a hand pass out to the centre of the ground. Bloomy on the burst. Can't get the tackle in. Still going through. Bloomy, he's done extremely well there. Gets the ball and we've got the bounce down. Luke Silk in the van. Can't pick it up. Comes down to, who's that guy holding the ball? Yeah, holding the ball there against, who was that? Bad luck to Ben. Ben Quin. Caught holding the ball. Not to worry. He's doing well down there. Yeah, making plenty of changes here, Curly Allen. But big pack in the centre of the ground. Umpire will have to blow his whistle here and call for a ball up. Peter Tomanovic doing well down at full back. Chris Bloom's played a fantastic game. Mick Colopy anyway, ball comes out. Hand pass from Honan over to Jack Manley. Could have been in the back. Was that Jack Manley? Picked up there by St. Kevins. Kick down forward. Down looking for Colopy in front. Maxi Crow from behind for St. Kevins. Gets a good bounce. Centres the ball up. Left to Peter Tomanovic. One out. He does. Peter Tomanovic. And a free kicker. Umpire didn't see it. Tommy's doing... fantastic piece of play. Courageous play from Peter Tomanovic down there. Unlucky not to get the free kick. We'll have a throw in. Last line of defence for the Crocs. SKOBs forward line. Over to you, Steve.
Okay, the ball's thrown in. Big punch by the St. Kevins player. Peter Tomanovic is there. The ball's on the turf. There's a wild kick at the ball, but it looks like it's going to run out of bounds. I tell you what, if there was a repeat of that bump on Peter Tomanovic again, I tell you what, Tommy will let some things fly. It was too high, it was illegal, and he's displayed a great sense of composure to keep his mind on the job. And nevertheless, the ball's about to be thrown in once again. Richard Hart's there for the tap. He gets it to the ground again. St. Kevins have got the ball, though. There's a tackle there. He can't get rid of the ball, and a good decision by the umpire. The umpire says holding the ball, free kick to Xavs. And Damien Honan, who's that down there? Damien Honan's got the free kick, I think. And he's looking for a lead. Two Saints calling for it. He goes for the punt kick. Up they go. And Porky's got the ball, playing the game of his life. Playing the game of his life, this fellow. And anyway, they've awarded a 50-metre penalty there because of the fact that Porky was thrown to the ground. And here's his chance to drive the ball a long way into the old Xavs attacking forward line. He looks for a player. There's a lead from Prowsey, but it's wide. Ball's wide. There's SKOBs is there. Justin Sadler's there showing courage. SKOBs picked the ball up. Mongrel sort of a kick, and it's Tall Two Saints beaten 2 players, beaten 3 players. Got the hand pass, 5 players. And number 23, Justin Sadler, playing very well. Hooks the ball in, but a safe mark in defence by the SKOBs player. He's looking further up the ground, but he still keeps it wide, keeps along the boundary line. Joe McGrath's there, and what a beautiful mark from Joe McGrath. He's played the centre half forward.
Brendan Prowse in trouble. Sorry to butt in there, Steve. Brendan Prowse hasn't moved since that heavy clash when he flew for the mark.
Up they go, the ball hits the turf. St. Kevins push the ball forward. Heafy's got possession of the ball, but it looks like it's probably going to be a bounce. Brendan Prowse is in severe trouble. Paul Lefebvre will have to make a restructure of that whole forward line, probably leaving Heafy at full forward and putting Silky out onto a flank perhaps, who knows. But Xavs are under a lot of pressure now with Brendan Prowse coming off the ground, which what looks like to be an injury to the shoulder. Anyway, the umpire says, I'm going to have a bounce of the ball. The ball's bounced. Knocked by St. Kevins, down to the waiting Rover. Kick up to Hones, steady, long drop punt. It's a big long kick. Heafy at the back, but no, it's punched wide and through for a behind. Well, Prowsey comes off and Fenno's on. Okay, it's the 17.5-minute mark of the third quarter, and still St. Kevins have not made any impression upon old Xavs in any significant way. There's a kick out to the loose player, another kick to the loose player, St. Kevins player on the wing. There's a number of players calling for it in the middle, and onto that left foot, kicks it to shortly in front of the commentary position. Mick Colopy comes through, beautifully roved by Gibbo, eyes on the ball, still got the possession, but it's and it's very good play by Gibbo. The little men from Xavs, Gibson, Porker, Silky, Cameron Mack, Crack Manley, they've all played exceptionally well today. Bounce of the ball. Big knock by Jared. Mark Connors got the ball, couldn't get possession. Cameron McNamara's kicked it forward. Joe McGrath's there. Ben Quin's there. Tim Connors is there. They're all there, but once again, a pack has formed. The umpire said, as the rain comes down and we're all getting very wet, give me it, I'm going to have a bounce once again. The bounce of the ball. Jared's up. Skobber's got the knock. Mark Connors is there, trapped the ball, knocked it wide. Fenno's there. Skobbers have got the ball. Beautiful smother by Fenno. That's the sort of play. It's on here. It's on here. No, Fenno hasn't had a swing. St. Kevins want to go the punch. St. Kevins want to go the punch, and they should hang their heads low, the pack of animals. They can't win the football. They just want to win the fight. Joe McGrath in there, cooling things down. Fenno didn't swing. He just played the ball. And Xavs, hold your heads up. You're winning the game. You're playing it the way it should be played. The ball's thrown in, over the back. Skobbers have got the ball, on the bounce, left foot. Tommy's in front, meets the ball. And Bloomy once again, hasn't he played a great game? Michael Colopy once again, clearing the ball wide. Pearso's got to make possession. He's got to make possession. He's got it. He's got it. He's knocked the ball wide. Very good defensive play by Xavs when it looked like Skobbers could have got a run on. They've hung in there, played it tight, played it cool. And as the rain is pelting down, the ball is about to be thrown in on the far side of the ground. Richard Hart goes up. Lovely knock forward. St. Kevins have got the ball. Too high there. Bit of a wild swing by Hones. He was remembering that last punch he got in. Nevertheless, kick to the centre half forward position. Knock out of Bloom. Nevertheless, ball hits the ground. Hand pass forward. Skobbers got the possession again. High and high into the forward line. Up they go, but it's punched out of bounds once again by both Mark Connors and the St. Kevins player. Good defensive play there by Mark Connors. Ball thrown in. Big knock by Jared forward. St. Kevins have got possession of the ball. Hooks it over his left shoulder. But once again, Michael Colopy, Rock of Gibraltar, standing there taking a good mark. Kicking forward. He's picked out Jared. Up he goes. Ball hits the turf. Knocked forward by Xavs. Cameron Mack's there, but it's a free. Don't know what it was for. Could have been too high. Not too sure, but it's a free kick to St. Kevins. Kicks the ball, looks for a player. Jared's there, knocks the ball forward. Skobbers there and got the possession. Ball hits turf, kicked off by Michael Colopy. Beautiful tackle by Cameron McNamara, but unfortunately umpire says, Moloney, you're wrong. It was a push in the back. Kicked into the St. Kevins forward line. Up they go. Lovely punch by Chris Pearson. Beautiful clearing punch. And Xavs looking as though that St. Kevins have got possession of the ball. Once again, looking into the forward line. Long kick. Umpire has said, I'll blow the whistle. I want to award a free. But he's decided to award it to Xavier. Damien Honan.
Top one there.
Cop one in the head.
Actually, Damien Honan gave the first one. The umpire only saw the second one, and the free kick's gone against the retaliator. Unfortunate play there for Skobs. Anyway, Honan kicks the ball up to Sadler. He can't hold the mark. Very greasy conditions played at the moment. Ball goes through Toose's hands. Coming out, Chris Pearson gets a handball to himself. Off the back of Bloomy. Great bit of play by Pearce. Good tackle by Bloomy. Escapes Skobs man's caught by two Xavs defenders, and Chris Bloom will take the free kick. He's my best player. I don't know about you, Steve, but he's played a fantastic game. Anyway, great bit of play by Bloomy. Coming down half forward line on the burst there. Kick it through. K. McNamara coming through here. Fenno's in a chance to pick up the ball. Ronnie Sadler's coming through. Skobs defending well. Oh, yeah, good ball picked up by Skobs. They're defending well down there. Ball kicked down to the half forward line. Over the back. Could have been a push in the back to Xavs. No, umpire lets it go on. Ball goes out the outer side of the ground. Very difficult to see what's happening over the far side of the ground with the rain pelting down here at Crocodile Park. We'll have a look at the score.
My glasses are getting pretty wet. I can't see much.
I can't see a thing. Unfortunately, the two co-commentators are both wearing the glasses at the moment. Anyway, we'll get on with the game here. Umpire throws it in. Richard Hart knocks it down to St. Kevins man. Coming down at the back is Pearson. Backing him up is Mark Connors, showing a bit of pace. I say that tongue-in-cheek, Steve. But anyway, picked up by St. Kevins. Hooks it back, looking for its own man. Does well there. He centred the play. Comes out to the Skobs man. About 40 metres out. Kicking. The wind has slightly turned around here. It's now favouring the right-hand side of the... It's definitely turned around, favouring the right-hand side of the screen. Goes in for a little pass. Oh, well, Cam McNamara Fantastic anticipation. Looking for Damien Honan. Coming through. He's got clear space if he can get the kick over the top. Oh, they're all getting into Damien Honan, all right. Oh, there goes the siren, and it's, oh, yep, Honan wants to go on with it. There goes the siren for the end of the third quarter. The scores, Old Severance, the mighty Crocodiles, magnificently led by Paul Lefebvre. 9 goals, 10, 64 points. St. Kevins, 2 behinds.
Damien Honan, all I can say, son, you be careful what you're doing, because if you live by the sword, you might die by it. Okay.